Alright, so we're going to hop into user groups now. So again, under the users subheading, we're going to click on user groups. And here's a list of all the user groups configured in the system. A user group is composed of three main sections or sets of permissions. So telephony features, call permissions, and voicemail permissions. So I can click on any one of these, and at the top here are those three sets of permissions. This is where we'll get into some pretty good detail with the features that we are allowing or not allowing users to have. In the middle here is the outgoing trunks or dial tone that this particular user group has access to. So if the user's making a phone call and they can't call out for some unknown reason, one of the first places to check is to make sure that they do have access to whatever trunks that are configured in the system, be it analog POTS lines or PRIs or SIP trunks. Down towards the bottom here, when we get into creating and defining both personal and system-wide toolbars for communicator clients, this is where you can assign those. So every user group is capable of having 3 customized toolbars assigned to it. So I'm going to go back up here and hop into COS, so Class of Service Telephony. This drop-down box, these are all the different COSs for the telephony groups that we have set up, and currently for this audio conference user group, it's part of the minimally featured class of service for telephony. So I can click on go to this class of service hyperlink, and no matter which one I click on, it's going to give me the same set of options, and I'm pretty much just checking boxes on what features I want them to have access to. So here's where we can define max call stack depth, so you can define that at the user level, but you can also define that at the class of service level, how many buddies that you want them to be able to have in the communicator client, the contacts tab, how many personal contacts you're allowing them to import from Outlook. So this can be expanded. Some users have seen upwards of several thousand contacts, so you can expand that as well. Again, not going to go through all the different options here, but you can see a pretty customizable list of telephony features that you can allow or not allow based on the different user groups. Down towards the bottom, some of the common ones that you may get questions on are being able to record others' calls. So users have the ability back up here to allow recording of their own calls, and this is where you can allow them to record another user's calls if you need to or want to. You'll notice that for each one of these, you'll have an option for allowing initiation and then accepting. So there's 2 pieces to each one of these, and you're allowing the initiation and or setting the definition of who they can accept the particular permission from. So if I want to be able to barge in to someone else's phone calls, I have to check the allow initiation button. If I am a user that would be barged in on, I have to be part of a user group that would allow that, either from all or maybe from a specific supervisor or user, and that would be defined in the only from field. Okay, so again, lots of customization options here within the class of service. I'm going to go ahead and drop back to the previous screen here, and I'm going to hop into call permissions. Call permissions is just simply setting whether I want to allow them internal, local, long distance, international, etc. And then lastly, the voicemail class of service, and voicemail is defining how long the incoming and outgoing message length is, how many max messages they can have in their inbox, and some other customizable options specifically in regards to voicemail. You can set a lifespan of voicemail password, so After 60 days, you can force a user to have to reset their password. You can also force them to clear out their mailbox by deleting saved or unheard or even heard messages after so many days. And that is user groups in a very, very brief overview.